Hello there, welcome to my video and welcome to my channel. My name is Dave and I'm from Staffordshire in England, and the idea of my channel is to invite you to join me as I enjoy riding my bike and going on some bike rides. Nothing too crazy here. It'll be little country lanes, canal towpaths, forest tracks. I love off-road and on-road equally, and today's ride, which I've planned, is a bit of both. And I'd like you to join me, so come along. So today's ride starts off in the village of Rocester in East Staffordshire, which I think is mostly famous for the JCB factory. So we'll be heading away from there. We'll be heading through some beautiful country lanes through the villages of Staffordshire, Croxden, going past the famous Abbey there, and the Great Gate. And we'll be heading up and up and up as I get more and more out of breath, until we eventually get to Threepwood, which is on the outskirts of Cheadle. And from there, the plan is to ditch the country lanes, and the second half of the ride is going to be completely off-road as we head down through the beautiful Dimmingsdale to the Ramblers Retreat. And then from there we'll take a little detour to the village of Oakermore while I get my breath back, and then the last part of the ride back to Rocester to complete the loop will basically be following the old railway line past Alton Towers and Denstone. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a beautiful January day, it's lovely and sunny. My bike's just round here. Let's get kitted up and let's get going. Right, let's get onto the mountain bike and let's get riding. Woof. Hello. So we're heading away now from the main road at Rocester and out into the proper quiet of the Staffordshire countryside and some of these lovely country lanes. So beautiful, especially on a sunny winter's day like this. I'm really going to enjoy this ride. Oh well, I am really enjoying these country lanes, but I just wish they were a little flatter. But all this altitude I'm gaining now will have payback later with a lovely downhill run through Dimmingsdale. I can't wait. Oh, that was quite a climb. So I've stopped for a minute to get my breath back. And the view from here is beautiful. You can see for miles all across Uttoxeter and the Dove Valley, which is flooded at the moment. Only a couple of miles and we'll be at Croxden Abbey. So I'll see you then. Oh, it's dirty on that side. Oh. place to stop here at Croxden Abbey on a lovely sunny day like this. It's just so peaceful. The abbey was built in the 12th century, so it's been here for over 800 years. Well, it's uphill now for a few miles to Dimminsdale, so let's fast forward and I'll see you at the top of the hill. If only it was that quick in real life. That was quite a climb, but now this is where we transition from the road to off-road. This is Earl's Drive in Dimmingsdale, and now we enter the wooded Churnet Valley, and it's just so quiet and peaceful. But most excitingly of all, the next mile or two is all downhill, and it goes through the most beautiful scenery that you'll ever witness in England. Right, let's do it. This is Dimminsdale. Let's go. Hello, doggy. Right, yeah, no, thank you. So there's a horse apparently. And there is the horse. And a beautiful horse it is. What a trail this is. Whether you come down in the middle of summer when all the leaves are out, or in autumn, there's all the red leaves all carpeting the surface, or even in winter like this, I never ever get fed up of coming to Dimminsdale. Thank you. That's why I have a bell on a mountain bike. And just like that, that's the end of Dimminsdale. Far too quickly, but that is such an enjoyable ride. And now we arrive at the Ramblers Retreat. So in my excitement to get out and film my first biking video today, my original plan was to stop and have a cup of tea at the Ramblers Retreat and then head along the road to Oakham before looping back past here on the railway line. Completely forgetting that it's January and it goes dark at 4 o'clock and it's now 3 o'clock. So I'm going to have to make a bit of an amendment to my ride. We're going to have to scrap the Oakham bit because I don't really have time to bike there, stop, have a look around and come back again before making it back before dark. So it's a bit disappointing on my part, poor planning, but I'm sure we'll do another adventure soon which takes in the wonderful Oakham. But for now we're heading along this track and onto the old railway line and then past Alton Towers, Denston, back to Rocester. Let's go. Okay, so over the River Churnet and then we'll go over this railway bridge and we'll join the track bed of the old Leek to Uttoxeter railway line. Full steam ahead on the railway line. Alton train station, which is beautifully preserved and I think is now a holiday home.
Need a bell on that.
Once we get past Alton station, the stretch between Alton and Denston is usually very quiet, both in terms of the number of people using the trail and also the valley in general. There are no roads in the section between Alton and Denston, just the river and the track bed of the old railway, and it really is stunning any time of year. Denston village. So here we are in the village of Denston, and it's just a mile or two now back to Rocester to complete our circuit. So one last glimpse of the old railway as we pass over this old bridge, and next stop JCB Lake at Rocester. muddy track bed of the railway, this smooth tarmac, it's lovely. And here we are at JCB Lake. And here we are, back where we started. So I've made it back to the start. We're back here in Rocester. It's nearly 4 o'clock here. The sun's going down now. I think it'll be dark in about 10 minutes or so. So we definitely made the right decision to cut out the cup of tea at the Ramblers Retreat and also the diversion to Oakermore. So we'll do that one another time. It really was a ride of two halves. The first half, those beautiful country lanes when the afternoon sun was shining. It was a joy, especially the stop at Croxden Abbey. And then the second half, obviously the descent through Dimminsdale was just a joy. And then it was a bit of a race along the railway line to get back before dark, to be honest, but we made it. So that's the end of my first video. Thanks very much for coming along for the ride. I hope you all enjoyed it. It certainly was a lot of fun for me. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'm sure I'll be back soon for some more adventures. And don't forget, it's not about miles per hour, it's smiles per hour, and I certainly had a lot of those today. My name is Dave. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.